Hello, dear students. So, how are you all? I'm pretty sure it must be so amazing. So, today we will be doing our part 4, and I'm pretty sure part 1, part 2, part 3 is done. Part 1, 2, 3 is done. And if you have not watched it, so I have given the link of the videos in the description box. Plus, if you want notes, if you have any doubt, want to clear it, you can join Telegram channel. Link I have given in the description box. And today we will be continuing liver and pancreas, which is again very important digestive glands, right? So are you ready? Can we go ahead? So let's go ahead now and see these structures in detail. When I'm pretty sure you have subscribed the channel, you have shared it with your friends, and we will be continuing our pancreas part, right? So we know that pancreas is basically myxocrine gland. What is it? It is myxocrine or heterocrine. Heterocrine means it is basically having two type of cell, exocrine as well as endocrine cell. So endocrine cells are known as islet of Langerhans, and exocrine part is known as acinar cell. And we know exocrine actually have duct. So they will be secreting its secretion in the target organ, that is the duodenum of small intestine. Duodenum of small intestine via duct. And these are the acinar cell, which will be secreting pancreatic juices in the duct, and via duct it is going to the target organ. Islet of Langerhans are endocrine, which will secrete hormone, and hormone will be poured where? Poured directly in the blood, we know it, right? And blood take it to the target organ, that we already know. तो ये target organ तक ये लेकर जाएगा, via blood hormones will go. Or obviously, I have told you that acinar cells secrete pancreatic juice, that we have to do here in the digestion. And these are hormones that will be secreted by it. We will be doing it in detail. And islet of Langerhans are the part of endocrine gland, which will be having these type of cell. Like they are having islet of Langerhans, which is endocrine part, and we will see it in detail in hormone chapter in the chemical control coordination, right? So islet of Langerhans have four types of cell. And what are those? One is the pancreatic polypeptide cell. Second is the alpha cell. Third is beta cell. Fourth is gamma cell. So pancreatic polypeptide cells secrete pancreatic polypeptide hormone, which will inhibit the secretion of pancreatic juice by exocrine gland. That is the purpose of it. ये किसको inhibit करेगा? Release of pancreatic juice by exocrine gland. Exocrine part. Alpha cells secrete glucagon. Beta cells secrete insulin. Gamma cells secrete somatostatin. And what is their function? What is the function of these hormone? We will see it in the endocrine part, in the chemical coordination. So we know it decreases glucose level in blood. It decreases glucose in blood glucose. And it work opposite. It increase blood glucose level. Whereas somatostatin is inhibitory hormone, and it inhibit the function of these two cells. Means it will inhibit the secretion of glucagon as well as insulin, and that we will be seeing in the chemical coordination part. So here in this chapter, what is important? Exocrine part, acinar cell or acini. So don't be confused if you will find this type of question. So it will secrete pancreatic juices, you have to remember, right? And obviously, what is the composition of pancreatic juice? You have to remember. So this composition of the pancreatic juice is pancreatic amylase, or also known as amylopsin, right? So amylase means, we know salivary amylase. Same, we are having pancreatic amylase, which will act on starch, break down starch. That is its function. Second enzyme is lipase, or also known as pancreatic lipase, also known as stepsin, which is the principal fat digesting enzyme. Means digestive fat mainly, you have to remember it, right? Another enzyme is the nucleases, means digest DNA. DNAs digest DNA, RNAs digest RNA. Nucleases means digest nucleic acid. And we know nucleic acid are of two type, DNA, RNA, and it will be digested by the pancreatic hormone. And Pancreas always secrete zymogen protease. So protease means protein digesting enzyme is always inactive in form, because to prevent the digestion of its own cell, अगर ये active form में आएगा, if it is secreted in the active form, it can digest its own cell also. So we have to prevent it, obviously. So to prevent it, obviously it is secreted in inactive form, and these inactive form actually secreted pore in the duodenum of small intestine, and duodenum में जाकर ये active होते हैं. I have told you in the previous class that intestine secrete this enzyme which is basically activating it, which you have to remember, right? And obviously, what are those hormones? Trypsinogen. So obviously this is the inactive enzyme, because suffix में मैंने कहा था gen लिखा होगा. If there is gen in suffix, it is inactive, and if pro in prefix, it is active. तो pro अगर पहले लिखा है तो inactive है, और suffix में अगर बाद में अगर gen भी लिखा है तो भी inactive है. So these are inactive forms secreted by pancreas into duodenum. So duodenum में ये इसी form में जाएंगे. You have to remember it. Right? And what is the pH of the pancreatic juice? So it approx 8.4 pH इसका होता है, which you have to remember. Next, we will be seeing one of the so these are NEET question. One of the constituent of pancreatic juice while poured into duodenum in human is trypsin, enterokinase, ट्रिप्सिनोजेन, काइमोट्रिप्सिन. किस फॉर्म में पेंक्रियाज इसको ड्यूडेनम में डालेगा? एंड आई हैव टोल्ड यू ऑलरेडी. सो यू विल बी टेलिंग मी आंसर हियर इन द कमेंट बॉक्स, राइट? लेट मी टेक यू अहेड. व्हाई प्रोटियोलिटिक मींस प्रोटीन डाइजेस्टिंग एंजाइम? व्हाई प्रोटीन डाइजेस्टिंग एंजाइम is secreted in inactive form? So that it will prevent digestion of its own cell, because cell also made up of protein. So prevent digestion of its own cell. कहीं ये खुद के सेल को डाइजेस्ट ना कर दे, इसको रोकने के लिए most of the protein digesting enzyme is secreting in inactive form, and it will be activated whenever required, which you have to remember, right? So that's all. This is something which you have to remember. And let me take you ahead now. We will be seeing the bile now, bile in detail way. So obviously when we talk about the bile juice, when we talk about the liver, so obviously liver is important gland, another gland. So we will be seeing all the things in detail of liver, or about the liver, right? So chaliye fir, let's go ahead now. So liver is the largest exocrine gland. We know it very well. What is its weight? 1.2 to 1.5 kg. This is its weight. 1.2 to 1.8 kilo का liver. And second largest organ of the body. So if it is second largest, you will tell me which is the largest organ then. कौन सा first largest है then? What is the largest organ then? अगर ये second largest organ है तो what is the largest organ? Write down in the comment box. Present on the right side of the abdominal cavity below the diaphragm. What is its location? Right side of the body, just below the lung, just below the diaphragm. That is its position, which you have to remember. And obviously, obviously it is having this two lobes, which you can see here, right lobe and left lobe. And obviously this left and right lobe are connected by the falciform ligament. This is the falciform ligament. These are joined by the falciform ligament, which you have to remember, right? Another one is hepatic lobules. So what is hepatic lobule? If we see the structural functional unit of liver, so liver made up of such huge unit, or hepatic lobules present in like forming the functional structural unit of liver. जैसे हमारी body का structural functional unit है cell. So same structural and functional unit of liver is hepatic lobule, which is polygonal in structure, and they are having special type of cell known as hepatocyte. So बच्चा hepatic lobule have special type of cell which is known as hepatocyte, and these hepatocyte are actually arranged in the cord-like structure, cord-like fashion. So what is the cord? जैसे अगर ये hepatic lobule है, So this is the hepatic lobule. So obviously they are arranged in this cord-like manner. So cells are arranged this way only. So this is the cord-like manner, this way, right? So what is its purpose? What is the purpose of the hepatic cell? It will secrete bile juice, which you have to remember. तो ये पूछेगा एग्जाम में, what secrete bile juice? Obviously bile juice secreted by the hepatic cell or hepatocyte, right? So when we talk about this hepatic lobule, structural functional unit of liver, and it is surrounded by, it is basically covered by membrane, and that is known as glycan capsule. And remember one thing, that glycan capsule is the covering of the hepatic lobule or of whole liver, because liver made up of hepatic lobule only, right? And this is only present in the mammalian liver. So this is the feature of the mammalian liver, सिर्फ mammal के liver में present है. So liver is covered by thin connective tissue called glycan capsule, which you have to remember. Then we are having, in the same hepatic cell, we are having Kupffer cells also. And what is the purpose of the Kupffer cell? तो बच्चा Kupffer cell actually macrophage of liver and present in the sinusoid, means spaces. So जो भी space होता है in the hepatic lobule, in that space these macrophages are present. So Kupffer cell is basically macrophage of liver, which is basically destroy or eat damaged WBC, RBC or bacteria. So that is what I said. I have already told you about glycan capsule, which is the covering of the liver or covering of hepatic lobule, as you say, right? What is the gallbladder? Just posterior side, posterior surface of liver, by connective tissue, gallbladder is attached, which is the thin muscular sac-like structure. Thin muscular sac-like structure, which just store and concentrate bile. How much bile it is storing? 30 to 50 ml bile juice is stored and concentrated. So bile juice secreted by hepatocyte. Hepato means liver, cyte means cell, liver cell. And it will be stored and concentrated in a gallbladder, that you have to remember, right? Next, we will be seeing that obviously we will be seeing its duct. So we know liver have left hepatic duct, left hepatic lobe and right hepatic lobe. And both of the liver lobe have the hepatocyte which secrete bile juice. So obviously right hepatic lobe is basically connected with the right hepatic duct. Left hepatic lobe is connected with the left hepatic duct, and they will be opening, both the duct from each lobe opening in the common hepatic duct, and full form is written over here. Common hepatic duct मीन्स जहां लेफ्ट राइट लोब दोनों की डक्ट खुलेगी, बाइल जूस को लेकर आएगी इन द कॉमन हेपाटिक डक्ट. एंड गॉल ब्लेडर की डक्ट जो है, डक्ट ऑफ द गॉल ब्लेडर, सो इट इज द डक्ट ऑफ गॉल ब्लेडर नोन एज सिस्टिक डक्ट, will combine with the common hepatic duct, will fuse with the common hepatic duct and form common bile duct, which you have to remember. And common bile duct की opening में, means here common bile duct opening have the sphincter of Boyden, right? So they are having sphincter of Boyden. So what is the sphincter of Boyden? I have written over here. It is basically surrounding opening of bile duct. It regulates the bile flow from the liver to the duodenum. So this is actually sphincter of Boyden here. Now it will be opening in the common bile duct, and this common bile duct actually fused with the pancreatic duct, main pancreatic duct, and form hepatopancreatic duct here. So bacha, this is hepato means liver, pancreatic means pancreas duct. तो ये कॉमन डक्ट है लिवर की भी, पेंक्रियास की भी. कॉमन डक्ट फॉर लिवर एंड पेंक्रियास. So pancreatic juice and liver juice will be poured here in duodenum. via this hepatopancreatic duct. And you know what? Hepatopancreatic duct जो है, you can see this diagram. They will be opening, this duct will be opening here in the duodenum by swelling part known as ampulla. So ampulla is the dilated part, ampulla of water. And obviously it will open into duodenum. This ampulla of water open into duodenum. And ampulla of water opening have a duct known as, sphincter known as sphincter of Oddi. So you have to remember that how this particular bile and pancreatic juice will be poured in the duodenum via these duct system, right? So obviously, if you see this diagram in like in detailed way, so it's like this. Right and left hepatic duct say bile juice will be coming. Bile juice is secreted in the duct obviously by the hepatocyte, and that bile juice will be carried by it. This is the common hepatic duct. These two ducts fuse together to form the common hepatic duct. इनके साथ cystic duct भी मिलेगी, cystic duct combined with it, and here they are having the sphincter of Boyden. I have told you. Now they will fuse to form the common bile duct. This is known as common bile duct. So they have not marked it, but yes, this is the common bile duct, right? So this is the common bile duct. And obviously this common bile duct will fuse with the main duct of the pancreas, main pancreatic duct. So obviously pancreas have two ducts. One is the main pancreatic duct which fuse with the common bile duct and form the hepatopancreatic duct, which is written over here. So this is the hepatopancreatic duct. ये वाला hepatopancreatic duct है. And obviously I have told you that hepatopancreatic duct ये वाला है, so it will be having this ampulla of water and having the sphincter of Oddi here. And another duct, so this is the main duct of the pancreas. This is the main duct of pancreas. Sorry, this is main duct. So this is the main duct which fuse with the hepatopancreatic duct, main duct of pancreas. And this is basically accessory duct, right? So accessory duct directly open into duodenum as we can see in the diagram. So it will directly open in duodenum. And iska function almost negligible hai. It will not be pouring so much juices directly. So it is having negligible function. Negligible function which you have to remember, right? Negligible in function. So in this way, pancreas and liver pour its secretion in the duodenum, and this is the flow. So hepatocytes secrete bile juice. Bile juice will be carried by the bile ductules, which is small duct of the each lobule, right lobule, left lobule. And these ductules actually छोटे duct will form right duct from the right liver, and small duct of the left lobe of the liver will be forming left hepatic duct. Both the duct will be carrying the bile and they will be fused to form common hepatic duct. Now obviously cystic duct also combined with it form the common bile duct or ductus cholidicus, which will fuse with the pancreatic duct and known as the hepatopancreatic duct, which will open into duodenum. That I have told you already, right? So bacha, this is actually the way that how the bile juice and the pancreatic juice are releasing in the duodenum. तो duodenum में ही दोनों की secretion ऐसे common duct से जाएगी. So we know that there is basically an enzyme, cholecystokinin enzyme, which is secreted by small intestine. Sorry, this is hormone. So cholecystokinin is the hormone which is secreted by small intestine. And cholecysto term is related to gallbladder, right? So it will stimulate gallbladder, contract it and release the bile juice whenever required. So small intestine में अगर ज़्यादा fat आ गया, if more food is received which is having so many fat, so in that case small intestine secrete this hormone which will stimulate gallbladder to secrete the bile juice for the function. So cholecystitis means, cholecyst means I have told you gallbladder, itis means inflammation of gallbladder. Cholecysto means gallbladder, tomy means removal. So surgical removal of gallbladder in case of infection, obviously that is known as cystic tomy, right? So why the gallbladder? If the gallbladder is removed, suppose कोई problem आई, issues happened in the gallbladder, we have removed it. So what issue will occur in the body? क्या issues body में आएंगे? तो body में issues क्या आएंगे कि ये सिर्फ बाइल जूस को स्टोर और कॉन्सेंट्रेट करता था, तो अब बाइल जूस जो है वो कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड फॉर्म में नहीं निकलेगा. बाइल जूस विल नॉट रिलीज इन द कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड फॉर्म एंड हेंस digestion of the fat or breakdown of the fat will not be efficient, or obviously it will not be efficient way, right? Efficiently digestion nahi hoga. Now we will be seeing the composition of bile juice. pH 7.6, olive green in color, and this is the only digestive juice without enzyme. NEET question: which digestive juice is without enzyme? It is bile juice. It contains water, maximum water. It contains bile salt, which we will be seeing in detail, bile pigment that we will be seeing detail, having cholesterol, bilirubin, having the phospholipids also, bile acid also, several ions also. So this is the composition of bile juice. So we will be seeing bile salt because it is basically help in emulsification of fat. What is that? We will be seeing. तो पहला bile salt is sodium bicarbonate, which will just neutralize the activity of chyme. Chyme means acidic food because stomach से acidic food will come, right? So acidic food will be neutralized by it and it will give alkaline nature to bile juice. But these two salt are so important. Sodium glycocolate, sodium taurocolate. So this is basically derivative of cholesterol and phospholipid lecithin. तो ये इसका derivative है ये salt, right? And what is their function? Their function actually emulsification of fat. Emulsification means large fat molecule को they will be converting into small fat globule. So around the large fat molecule, bile salt is accumulated and these bile salt actually convert them into small pieces. It is the mechanical digestion. It is emulsification. इसमें बड़े पत्थर को, बड़े fat molecule को small fat molecules में they are converting. Why? So that enzyme will efficiently work on that. Means efficiently enzyme उसके ऊपर काम करेगा. Enzyme will efficiently work on the small fat molecule because now they are having more surface area. So obviously small fat globules have more surface area for what? More surface area for enzyme action. Enzyme can work on it efficiently. Lipase enzyme can work on it efficiently now. And obviously this is the bile salt function, emulsification. Remember this term is important, right? Bile pigment is useless. Bile pigments, bilirubin, biliverdin, useless. Why? Because they are derived from hemoglobin of dead RBCs. So hemoglobin actually made up of porphyrin ring, which is the heterocyclic ring. है ना? You know chemistry में heterocyclic ring, porphyrin ring, with the protein part. That is, you know, globin part, right? So this porphyrin ring actually convert into bilirubin, which is yellow in color, biliverdin, which is green in color. And this bilirubin, biliverdin are totally waste. These are totally waste. It will excrete out through urine, or eject out through fecal matter. तो या तो ये excrete हो जाएगा यूरिन में और egestion in fecal matter. So obviously that's why fecal matter and urine are yellowish in color, right? So egestion out in this fecal matter, in the feces, that you have to remember. और jaundice क्या है? When you know bile pigment, these two bile pigment released in huge amount and start accumulating in our body, in our blood. blood में बढ़ गया, and they are not releasing out in the fecal matter and urine. So obviously what will happen in that case? It will just make our skin, make our mucous membrane, make our body yellowish in color. And obviously this is known as jaundice, dysfunctioning of bile pigment in our body, or more amount of bile pigment in our body, right? And accumulation in the tissues known as jaundice. Now you tell me, what is the common passage for bile juice and pancreatic juices? You tell me what is the common passage for bile juice and pancreatic juice, right? So write down here what is basically the common, what is the basically common opening for those, for both. And they have written this duct of Wirsung, which is actually main pancreatic duct जो मैंने बताया था, right? So obviously this main pancreatic duct जो है, main pancreatic duct जो मैंने कहा था, it is also known as Wirsung duct. तो अगर कहीं पर Wirsung duct लिखा होगा, obviously that is the main pancreatic duct. And जो accessory duct होता है, that is the duct of Santorini. So this is also known as Santorini duct, duct of Santorini or Santorini duct. So this is something which you have to remember if they will ever see, if you ever see these term in questions. So it is the main pancreatic duct, by the way. So you tell me कि bile juice and pancreatic juice का main passage, common passage, right? Main pancreatic duct. So function of liver. So what is the function of liver? You know, it will secrete bile juice. Even it will synthesize cholesterol also. Water insoluble होता है, cholesterol भी यही synthesize करेगा. What is the cholelithysis? तो बच्चा gallstone. So choleo means, obviously I have told you, choleo term is for gallbladder. So lithos means obviously so there's this stone. So gallstone, free cholesterol could be accumulated in gallbladder to form crystal, and उसी की वजह से gallstone हो सकता है. What is the function of liver? So obviously it provide alkaline medium for the pancreatic and pancreatic activity of pancreatic juice के लिए alkaline medium provide करेगा. It store excess glucose into glycogen with help of insulin, because we know insulin decrease blood glucose. So when it decrease blood glucose, तो कहाँ लेकर जाएगा glucose को? It will actually accumulate this glucose into glycogen form. It will convert the glucose into glycogen form and store it in the liver. So in this way, obviously it will take huge glucose from blood, store in the liver in glycogen form, also done by insulin. It is basically help in the RBC formation during embryonic stage, which you have to remember. Yes, RBC भी बनाएगा in embryonic stage, that you will be seeing in erythropoiesis part, right? Some amino acid that we eat, obviously, some amino acid utilize in energy formation, but excess amino acid will either convert into glucose or it will undergo deamination process. Means amino acid say we will release amino group, NH2 group. And when NH2 group is removed from it, it will convert into ammonia. And we know ammonia is highly toxic, so we just need to convert it into urea as soon as possible. So obviously 2 ammonia with CO2 and 3 ATP की मदद से will convert into urea, water, and obviously 3 ADP will be released. Adenosine diphosphate will be released because it will be secreting energy, releasing energy for the urea formation. Hence, urea formation happen in liver. So beta, it will be forming urea also. Detoxification. Detoxification means harmful toxic substance will be converted into harmless. So detoxification also done by liver. And that's why those people who just drink lots of the alcohol, they will be having damaged liver. Why? Because actually liver do the detoxification, right? Clotting factor, blood clotting factor भी ये बनाता है. Important question. Prothrombin is the clotting factor. Fibrinogen clotting factor is secreted by liver. Very important. So prothrombin actually required vitamin K to form this blood clotting factor. Hence, vitamin K is so important for blood clotting. Blood clot करने के लिए prothrombin is so important, and prothrombin formed by liver using vitamin K. And that's why vitamin K is so important for blood clotting. NEET question. Osmoregulation salt water balance. How? It will secrete hormone angiotensinogen, which help kidney to maintain water salt balance. That we will see in the RAS mechanism in kidney. So dekh ro, liver has many roles here. So liver is one of the multitasking, very important organ. Thana amazing. So write down in the comment box, how did you like about this? If you like the session, write down in the comment box. Islet of Langerhans are found in, you will be telling me answer in the comment box in the Telegram link. And urea is the end product of which metabolic substance? Ammonia, I have told you. And where does urea formation takes place? In a liver, I have told you. So you will be giving me answer in the chat box. Yeah, right? So now you will be telling me which of the following is the function of human liver. Out of all, what will be the correct answer? Already told you everything. So that's all. Thanks a lot, bachas. So we will be continuing our session in the next class, where I will be telling you 5 steps of digestion, 5 steps of human nutrition. So we know human do holozoic nutrition. Human have holozoic mode of nutrition, which is having 5 steps. Ingestion, intake of food, है ना, ingestion. Second, that ingested food will be digested. Digestion देखेंगे food का जो भी हम खा रहे हैं. Then after digestion, obviously food absorbed by blood and go to different body part. Absorption. And जैसे food is absorbed, fourth step is utilization or assimilation of food, right? Assimilation means it will be utilized. And last step, all the undigested food remain removed out via fecal matter egestion. And then we will be doing 3-4 disorders are there. We will be doing that. Our chapter will be over in the next class, right? So write down in the comment box if you like the video, share it with your friends, and just to give me all the answers. See you all. Bye-bye. Have a great day. So let me just end this session. See you all. Bye-bye.